presents the top upcoming horror games of the near future, 2017 and beyond.
We have a lot to talk about, so without wasting your time, let us begin right away.
Outlast 2. Nothing's more terrifying than a horror game where you can't find back. Running and hiding is all you can do in Outlast 2. Instead of taking place inside a crumbling building, you'll be forced to survive in the arid wastes of the Arizona desert. There is nowhere to hide, and every house could serve as a mini brain. After the success of the first title, expectations are high for what looks to be a very pure horror game. Agony literally takes place in the bowels of hell. The walls are painted red with blood, skulls serve as the base for their construction, horribly disfigured horrors stalk and reach the corridors, and all you can do is hide. Hell is a beautiful and disturbing place, with more than a few breathtaking sights to take in, as you fight to not die in a horror game. Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil has lost its way as of late, and RE7 is reinventing itself in order to bring the series back to its horror roots. It switched to a third-person perspective, setting itself in an old house that is home to a family of unhinged killers. This not only changes puzzles and exploration, but combat and storytelling as well. Hopefully it has the makings to bring the series back again. Resident Evil 2 HD Remake. Leon Kennedy made his debut in Resident Evil 2, and will return once again as he takes on the troubled years through Raccoon City with Lloyd's HD. The remake of the first game was classified even better, so hopefully this title can make us return to Raccoon City, despite the disease and thousands of bloodthirsty creatures. The Works of Mercy. The Works of Mercy isn't just about hunting down a crazed killer. It turns genre tropes on their heads and forces the player to do the killing, living out the fantasies and carefully laid plans of a ruthless killer. It's pegged as a psychological thriller, messing with the game's mind more than anything. It certainly stands out from the crowd. Overkill's The Walking Dead. The world of The Walking Dead is known to be brutal and unforgiving, and Overkill's take on the series wants to truly delve into the darkest corners of the zombie apocalypse. You won't be able to simply cut your way through a horde of walkers. Survival will take patience and a honed set of skills. It will offer up a different kind of a zombie game, set in a world that we already know and love, and want to see more of. Get Even. As Detective Cole Black tries to uncover why a girl has a bomb strapped to her chest, and why his memories are suddenly missing from his head, he'll have to cope as reality plays with him. It'll be difficult to tell what's real, leading to moments of uncertainty where death is an all-too-real possibility. Scorn. The star of Scorn is the world that it plunges you into. Everything from the architecture to the creatures that crawl along its floors look like the skin has been stripped from them, revealing their fleshy interiors. The world is twisted and bleak, but exploring it will be a truly unique experience, offering up sights and sounds that no other game can deliver. Dreadful. Investigating a crime scene known only as the Carnage House may seem like a bad idea, but it's a great setting for a horror game. Many grisly murders have taken place between these walls, but something much more sinister awaits players. The house seems to be playing with you, as doors slam in front of you, blood-curdling shrieks erupt from the walls, and the shadows grow thicker with each step. Yomawari, Night Alone. Even the cutest looking stories can hide the darkest shadows. Such is the way with Yomawari, Night Alone. A young girl is left alone in a dark city to fend for herself. Armed only with a flashlight, she must scurry away from the demented spirits that haunt the streets. The game is as much about surviving as it is outwitting enemies who seek to rip you apart. Allison Road. With PT officially killed off by Konami, Allison Road can take its place, giving us the corridor-repeating horror that we are all dying to play. Pitched as a spiritual successor to the famous demo, Allison Road is set in a small house filled with dark secrets. The gorgeous visuals perfectly capture every inch of the small abode, bringing things to life in an eerie way that few games have before. If it can deliver a game even half as good as PT, then we are excited. Dark. Point-and-click adventure games aren't often thought of as scary, but Dark looks to create a world shrouded in thick shadows that twists perspective and constantly presents the player with the unexpected. You are never safe. The twisted storybook visuals only add to this sense of unease as the lines forming the characters flicker and twist. Days Gone. Zombie games are nothing new, but Days Gone looks to differentiate itself with the way players interact with the hordes of the undead. They flow through the long-forgotten areas like water down a stream. The masses of rotting flesh rush towards you. Not even an endless supply of bullets can quell them. Exploring the dying world on your motorcycle will be freeing and exhilarating, but the zombies will appear at a moment's notice, ready to ruin your day. Pamela. Utopias are rarely what they appear to be in games, and Pamela illustrates this in a new and terrifying way. A debilitating disease has hit the city, and it's up to you to work your way through the once shining spires and get to the bottom of what really happened. But of course, nothing is as it seems. The dead roam free, swinging their mangled limbs at you as you sneak through the dimly lit areas that were once basked in a warm glow. Daymare 1998. Building off of classic horror game tropes like limited save points, scarce ammunition and dark areas dripping with atmosphere, and patrolled by strange creatures, Daymare looks to create a new horror game that simultaneously references old titles and moves the genre forward. Friday the 13th. An asymmetrical multiplayer game where one player takes on the role of the famous masked Jason, and the other 7 step into the shoes of various campers. The teens, each with different skills and abilities, must work together to survive against the powerful killer as he hunts them down, killing off one at a time. It will truly bring the film to life, letting players live through the horrifying events of the famous film franchise. Observer. In Observer, you play as a detective who has the ability to hack into people's fears, and that is exactly as terrifying as it sounds. Entering people's minds reveals their darkest fears as screens spark and boil around you and mysterious things leap out of the shadows. Each new subject will offer up new kinds of horror, each more disturbing than the last. Hello Neighbor. Not every horror game has to revolve around the player hiding from a mysterious threat. In Hello Neighbor, you are the evil force. You sneak into your neighbor's house, intent on figuring out what he's hiding behind his blocked-off basement door. You need to crawl through the shadows, remove light bulbs, and generally avoid your AI-controlled neighbor as you get closer and closer to uncovering his darkest secrets. We Happy Few. Everyone in town needs to take their joy a small pill, or they'll see the truly horrific nature of the town they live in. It's a survival game, with plenty of horror elements sprinkled throughout. The masked denizens of the town hunt you with a demented passion. Surviving is made even harder, with hordes of crazed killers lurking in every ally and around every corner. What Remains of Edith Finch? What Remains of Edith Finch is a far cry from developer Giant Sparrow's previous game, The Unfinished Swan. The game tells the stories of a small family in Washington state. The catch? The family is cursed. Each short vignette focuses on a different member of the family, telling their story and what horrible events they have